On today's show,
it's time.
You'll find this engaging, unless there's going to be some wibbly wobbly timey-wimey. Merry Christmas, everybody!
From the big screen to your TV, everything that you love to stream, fun reviews and nostalgia too. It's the Sherrie and Jo Show.
This review contains spoilers, so if you haven't seen Stranger Things Season 5, Volume 1, you need to ask yourself,
should I stay or should I go?
It's November 1987. We're back in Hawkins. It's nearly the 4-year anniversary of when Will went missing, and we're going back to how the show began. Season 5, Volume 1, It's All About Will. Welcome back to the Sherrie and Jo Show.
Welcome back, everyone.
Well, here we are, post the first block of the Stranger Things episodes. Oh, yes. My word.
Season 5, Volume 1, and what a corker. I loved it.
I loved it.
I was a bit unsure, because remember that CGI opening, they released the first 5 minutes before the, before they put on the thing on Netflix, and the first 5 minutes I wasn't too sure about, because I don't think it quite pulled it off. It's a bit Uncanny Valley, a bit, Polar Express with the Will thing. It kind of works, kind of doesn't. And I was really hoping that it didn't stick to that sort of CGI feeling throughout the season, and it hasn't so far, because for me, it didn't quite pull it off.
Yeah, obviously they use CGI later on in it, don't they? But it's not quite the same as that first opening scene. It's a bit... It always is when it's on humans. When it's animated sort of characters, monsters and so on, it always looks a lot better. But on humans, it's still a little bit sort of...
I think I've seen
weird, but
slightly better deep fakes, and I've also seen slightly better cutscenes in games. So, but in fairness, it does the job. It's all right, but I think it's still Uncanny Valley personally. But hey ho,
yeah.
But what an intro
it was, and Rockin' Robin.
Yes,
what a revelation. I love what they've done with the Robin character in this now. The fact that she's there in the radio station and she just brings us all up to speed in that unique way in Robin's speech in the radio station. It's just amazing. It's a
great way to... It's the exposition, isn't it? Basically, It's telling you everything that's happened. And I think it's quite cute. I know it could be a bit corny, but I love the way they do that. I really
thought it was really slick, and it was nice that it was Robin as well. The perfect character to do that, yeah. And what a perfect job for her, being a DJ, yeah. So loved that bringing Robin into it, and of course her importance later on in this block of episodes is quite substantial. So yeah, loved Robin.
Yeah, so we're caught up with all the characters now. And the first episode, The Crawl, does a really good job of showing what they've been doing for, the last 500 odd days it was since the last season. I think all of them have pretty much got their little roles that they do, and I think the only one that's really struggling is Dustin after the death of Eddie.
Yeah, he's clearly traumatised from Eddie's death, isn't he? And we see him, he's sort of morphing into Eddie a little bit.
Yeah,
and
he's wearing Eddie's ring, and he's also like the cafeteria scene where they're all sat down and he's slumping just like Eddie. He's kind of lost himself a little bit, where I think Eddie's dying words to him was, never lose yourself, or something along those lines. You'll probably know. And I think he is just losing himself a little bit, understandably, because, after what they've been through, a bit of trauma is going to seep through. So it's Dustin's really struggling, whereas I think the others are sort of really taking on their roles.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
We've had some introductions of the new cast as well. So there's Holly being she's not really new, but she's certainly taking a bigger role, and Derek as well, which I think they both quite worked, really. I mean, both getting kidnapped. That seems to be a theme.
Yeah.
But I think that Derek is going to be quite integral. He already has been, hasn't he? Doing the old what was it, the Great Escape type thing.
Yeah.
And I love the kidnapping thing with Derek. I think Erica's scene, I love Erica to bits, and that injection.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so funny, scary at the same time, but so that character is really
Erica's
really
immense.
funny.
She's one of my faves.
Yeah, definitely feisty and funny.
Mind you, talk about Karen getting all badass.
Got to give
getting
props
that bottle.
to Karen, and she wasn't feeble in any way with that bottle. It wasn't a one swing and that's it, I'm done. She got stuck in there and proper tried to get that Demogorgon away, didn't she?
Just like Aliens, isn't it? Stay away from her, you beep.
Yeah.
But not, obviously she doesn't say that, but it's the same sort of feel, very much, and similar in the bath scene where she's protecting Holly. It's very much like Newton and Ripley, I think.
Yeah, I've got to feel sorry for the dad a bit though. I know he's a bit useless. I did feel sorry for him in the hospital though, because I know they're sort of wanting to find Holly, and Mum knows a bit about what's gone on with Mr. Watson and that, but poor dad, nobody was even bothered to go and have a look at him. Make sure he's all right with it.
Poor Ted.
Yeah.
But hey.
Ted. But yeah, all brilliant sort of development of all the characters.
Yes.
Wasn't it? Very quickly as well. And we find ourselves seeing the development in Hopper and Eleven's relationship.
Yeah, I think I thought it kind of regressed a little bit though as well, because she's like training and you can see him being protective over her again, and it's a bit like now he's still being. It's kind of gone back, because before it's like he was pushing her to use her powers, and now it's a bit like he's holding back again. But it's just because, as we know, he's going through his own little trauma of remembering his daughter, and she's like his daughter now, and there's a bit of overprotective, mirroring a bit of the protection of Joyce and Will as well.
I know, but I think Eleven's fighting back a bit more now. She's just like, I've got this. She's just asking him to trust her, that she can do what she needs to do, and she can take care of herself. I think a bit, because she's a bit older. She's got, her powers are much more extreme than they were before. She's got huge control over what she's doing. So she's just asking him, give me that little inch so I can just...
And she did.
Yeah.
She went flying over there.
He does look a bit tired in this.
I know. He's looking a bit...
He's looking a bit battle-worn, Hopper, I feel.
Yeah, and he's got that stuff strapped to him. I mean, you don't want to be walking around with a load of explosives strapped to your body, do you? Because I think Hopper is going to face a bit of a nasty end. But we'll see. We'll wait and see. I could be wrong.
Loving Jamie Campbell-Bower's performance so far in the final season as well. His sort of Jekyll and Hyde aspect of playing Vecna is really interesting. Although we know Henry's evil, but he's trying to project this really nice image to the children, and he's doing a really good job of that. Although I find it completely creepy when he's in this little vest and outfit.
He's almost dressed like. It reminds me of the White Rabbit. I know there's a big Alice in Wonderland theme running throughout Holly's sort of interactions. So he's got the pocket watch, that sort of waistcoat sort of thing going on. So it is reminiscent, and he is kind of like the White Rabbit who's going to be leading. I think Holly. It's very Christmassy. Holly, there you go. Holly and Robin. Hey, there you are. But yeah, so I think he's going to be leading her through to what actually happened and how he became, which I won't go on because I'll talk about that later.
There's all sorts of avenues and doorways opening, aren't there? So it'll be interesting to see where this goes. But he's doing a really great job with Vecna, and also the effects team have done a massively immense.
That battle was brilliant. That battle was epic.
Battle scene.
I was just like, yes, my little goosebumps were all out. Goosebumps.
Yeah.
They were all up at the scene. That battle
somehow
scene.
Managed to get that one-shot feeling throughout it all. It felt like you were there with them, and then the CGI on Vecna's body was really good, and he was it was just scary.
It was stunning. It was absolutely stunning, and the choreography and all the in that, and the camera work was immense. So, and obviously that we got the big reveal with Will. I know, spoilers. But Will, oh my gosh! I mean, it makes total sense. I think we kind of could feel it coming, but you kind of just thought, oh no, he's just gonna die. But then I just remember going. We did. You have that little squeak, don't you? That squeak when you just see him there and he's getting his little power on. His eyes rolling back.
He finds himself, yeah. And I love how Robin was instrumental in that. That whole relationship being built up through the entire block of these episodes has led to Will hearing her words in his head and giving him that final push just to let him be free and be himself and find his power. I think that's such a lovely storyline. I love that.
I love the Will and Robin's relationship. Yeah. Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do think, like they say, with great power comes great responsibility. And we might see Will turning a bit dark. Who knows? Because he's all driven on getting Vecna, and I think we're going to find that Vecna isn't the big baddie. It's going to be the Mind Flayer. Anyway, I'll go into that in spoilers a bit when I get to predictions. But yeah, but I loved it. I've loved this first season. I mean, some people have been like, "Oh, it wasn't as good." And it's like, it's great. It's just nostalgia. I think what the Duffer Brothers are great at is getting all those bits of your favourite films and movies and all the different plot lines and different threads from different places. They're like little magpies stealing, and I love it. I'm here for it.
There's just so much in it. You could talk about it for hours. I mean, even like Dr. K, seeing Linda Hamilton on screen and she's there with the gun and it's like Terminator, and you know, she's got a bit of a darker side in this. Is she going to turn to the good side? Is she going to help them in the end?
I doubt she's going to help them somehow.
And then, of course, we got 8.
The big reveal. 8. Well. I know. Who's behind the door? Well, I didn't guess it. And I'm gutted I didn't guess it, because I was thinking they're going to reintroduce 8 at some point, because it would be too much. They can't have that loose end.
Yeah, it was too much to go to all that trouble in that episode with 8 when 11's with her and she goes through all that journey with her sister, and then for it to just be like she's never there again. Yeah. And then here she is all strapped up in the laboratory, and what does that mean? What has she been doing while she's been in there? Because we know she can make people see things that aren't there, and it's going to be interesting to find out what her role's been.
Yes, I can't wait to find out how they're going to use her as well.
Exciting.
Yes.
Better give our rating on the first this first block of season 5.
Well, it's pretty easy. You've probably gathered it. The rating for this one's a 5, a solid 5.
Yeah, for me it's a 5. I love the pacing of it, the way it's built up to this sort of. I mean, you could have even just stopped it there for a clip. But yeah, it's definitely a 5 for me. I've loved it.
Yeah, 5 from me as well. Solid 5.
Shall we have a quick chat about our predictions then?
Yes, this is
your predictions.
My predictions, yeah, because Jo doesn't like to predict. She likes it just to happen, and then I'm going to ruin this for her. But that's what's predictions is. I just think we're going to definitely get an answer about the significance of the number 12, because he's taking 12 children, which is very significant. We started the first scene where Will's doing Should I Stay or Should I Go is in November 12th. Also, we're going to get a bit more about the first Shadow backstory, where I believe Henry Creel, before he was Vecna and all evil, he was taken to Dimension X in the cave, and he was there for 12 hours. Clock, there's always that chiming thing. That's 12 chimes. What does it all mean? 12 horsemen of the apocalypse. What's going on? All you've got is 12 in your head. Hopefully it's not
the 12 days of Christmas, Sherrie.
Oh, the 12 days of Christmas. And then let's not think about 12 when it comes to, like, it makes me think of the end of Killing Eve and the 12.
Oh,
no, we don't. Hope it doesn't end like that. Let's not think about that.
Think about that.
But yeah, 12 is going to be significant. And my prediction is, yeah, it's not really a prediction, but we are going to find out the significance of it. I don't know it yet, but you know, it's going to get answered. I do predict that in this volume 2, in the next volume, we're going to get an answer to that question. What is the significance of 12?
We'll see.
We'll find out, hopefully. My next prediction is all around... Yeah, Jo doesn't want to hear it. This is could be a big spoiler if you haven't seen the first Shadow stage show. I haven't seen it, but I do know a lot about it. And I believe Max arriving back in the cave. Look, she's in the cave where it's all going to have begun for Vecna. So yeah, I think in the episode Camazots, I predict it's going to be Holly and Max, and Holly getting in touch with her power, which Mike has spoken to her about. He's given her that gave her that little figurine of the cleric with the cloak, which she's wearing now in the cave. And she has powers of opening portals and dimensions and transportation.
We've seen her on the next teaser trailer. There's
going through a door,
isn't there? So I wonder if that's Holly.
Yeah, she's opened doors to different dimensions. I think there's a similar thing to the the character in the book. What's that book? The book. What's it called? A Wrinkle in Time. That's it. So it's going to be a big emphasis on that. So what I think is there's going to be Holly is going to be taking Max through the memories of Vecna, of Henry Creel, before he became Vecna, before he actually had his powers, because I believe he got his powers in the cave. And we're going to see the origin of where he gets his power, where he goes into a cave as a child and discovers, I think it's a device that's left by a spy. Anyway, do look at the first book. I keep saying the first book of Shadows. What's it called? The first Shadow. Read about that.
You've got Blair Witch on your mind.
I know. I've got. Anyway, yeah. Sorry, I digress. So yeah, basically they're gonna see how he was transported to Dimension X as Henry Creel, and you know, a normal boy, and then the Mind Flayer, who's sort of those particles in Dimension X, are going to possess him, and that's where he gets his powers. And anyone who comes into touch with these particles does automatically change blood type when they come back. And so that new blood type is what's given him his powers, and that's the blood type that's being used on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the other experiments with Dr. Brenner. And Dr. Brenner knows about this because his father went to Dimension X. So he opened Dimension X, or was part of that, with the Philadelphia experiment or something like that in 1943. It's all in the stage play, but we're going to get that, I think. We're going to get a lot of going back in time, travelling through Vecna's memories in a similar way to like the pensive in Harry Potter, you know, when they went and seen all the Snape stuff. It's a very similar thing. And in the same way, there's a film called The Cell with Vince Vaughn and Jennifer Lopez, where they are strapped on a chair, it's on a table, isn't it? And they're going into the mind of a serial killer, and they see his memories and get to him through that way. It's going to be the same. That's exactly what's going to happen in Camazotz, I think. It's going to be them going through, and we're going to see that Henry Creel isn't evil after all. He was just a little child, a bit like Will, who got possessed. And then I think he didn't change to Vecna 2, obviously. 11 did a...
I'm just going to add at the end, or will we?
Or will we? I could be wrong. Yeah. Or will we? Oh, dear. Yeah.
See what I did?
See what you did?
See what I did?
I see what you did there.
Or will we?
Yeah. So Henry, I think Vecna isn't evil. I think we're going to see that he was just, as a boy, it was all really unfortunate. So we'll see how that unravels. But Camazotz, I predict there's going to be a lot of that going into Vecna's history.
I feel like we're going to have some tragedy in the finale.
I'm just going to go with volume 2. I'm not going to go to the end.
Yeah, jumping ahead. Yeah. I just hope, what's going to come with these characters in the next block of episodes. I'm a bit worried.
I think my prediction, again, this is prediction time, it's going to be Jonathan. Because he's got that whole thing with Murray, that Murray gives him the Coltrane tape saying, you'll find this engaging. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then he gives him the ring that's in the tape for him to propose to Nancy. So, and Jonathan's not had much to do, has he really? Let's face it, in the last 2 seasons, he's just kind of been there, bless him. And I think he's going to want to propose to Nancy, and he's got the fall written on that T-shirt from the band. So they were predicting that he might fall from a great height or something. It seems like it's a bit of foreshadowing, heavy foreshadowing that Jonathan may die.
Oh, I don't want him to die. I don't want any of him to die, but I feel like somebody is going to die because they can't go through all that without them losing someone.
Stephen Gate.
But I feel like in the teaser trailer, they make such a big thing of this you die, I die thing between Steve and Dustin. I don't think either of those two are going to die.
Well, I think it's going to, again, I'll go back to what I said before, a bit like the Horcrux thing. Anyone who's got this Dimension X thing inside them, like the Horcrux, has to die because it can't live on. Otherwise, there's always going to be linked to that dimension. So you've got Elle, you've got Will, and you've got Vecna, all, unless there's going to be some wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey. There's very big hints on time travel in this. So you've got the Back to the Future references with the Great Scott from Robin and the flux capacitor. And also when Jonathan's doing that dial, when he's trying to find where Hopper is, and it goes to 88 decibels, 88 miles per hour. So again, I think that might be also linking to the Camazotz thing. So you know, when they're going back in time in Vecna's mind, it could be more about that, but I don't know. But I do think there could be some wibbly wobbly timey wimey thing. I hope they do it really well if they do it. Where it could be they all might die in a way.
I hope they don't. I hope they don't do this whole thing where they all, you know, the people with the powers that will 11 and 8 all go back and sort everything out, and then it's all never happened, and then we just see some sort of, you know, like a Dallas Bobby wake up in the shower. If anybody's old enough to remember that.
Yeah.
Oh, it was all a dream. I'm just actually in the shower.
I don't know. I mean, I'll make more of a prediction about that after we've seen the next volume about how it's all going to end. But that could be a way it does happen. I mean, it worked well in Dark, but that was a totally different theme. So we shall see. But I'm very excited, so excited for the next volume, so excited for the finale, excited and also sad, but we're here for it. I'm wearing my Hellfire. Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas, everybody! Have a Hellfire Christmas. Yeah, I'm a geek. I don't care. I love it. But Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas.
And yes, we'll see you on the other side of volume 2. Can't wait.
Yay! Take care, everyone. Bye-bye for now.
Bye!
From the big screen to your TV, everything that you love to stream. Fun review and nostalgia too. It's the Sherrie and Jo Show.